Supersize your business. Strategy number 3 of the top 20. Let's talk about 4 ways to create strategic partnerships. Strategic partnerships are one of my favorite ways to build and grow and supersize my business. And to be honest, I haven't done many in the last couple of years. So I guarantee that this year I will be forming some strategic partnerships and doing some fun projects with other people, other leaders, other coaches, other mentors, other gurus, because it's fun and it's a great way to reach other people. Well, how do we do this in 4 simple steps? What are 4 ways to create and form strategic partnerships? And if you haven't tried this strategy, I highly recommend use these 4 steps as a checklist and just test it out for yourself and see if it isn't a way that you can help to grow and build and supersize your business. Number 1 step is to identify potential partners. Here's that research thing again. Yep. If we want to do anything, we ought to look into it and get some information and do some research before we take action and decide to implement or do any type of strategy or project for our business. We want to research different businesses to approach to perhaps have strategic partnerships with. Guess what? You're going to approach a lot more people than you'll actually do strategic partnerships with. Remember a few years back, I did a women's summit, and I actually had a really good turnout for people that I approached in terms of filling that summit. But there are some people whose schedules it didn't work with, or that said they would do it and then something came up in their life and they weren't able to participate in the summit. But overall, I find that if you ask people for help and ask them to join a project that you feel passionate about or get involved with, they're more than willing to do so, especially if they're successful. The more successful they are, the more willing they are to help and join and partnership, because they know that that's a quick and easy way for them to grow as well. Step 2 is to come up with and develop a mutually beneficial value proposition, right? A lot of people think that other people will partner with them just for the money, but I have found that money is usually the least important factor when it comes to partnering with other people to do a joint venture or to do any kind of a business deal together. Usually people are, depending on what their business is and who they are, they're usually more protective of their customers and protecting and making sure that what you want to propose and have to offer is actually for their customers' benefit than they care about the money that's associated with that. Of course, everyone's different, but that's been my experience in the partnerships and ventures and things that I've done in the past. So we want to make sure that we have a value proposition that benefits both of our businesses and both of our customer bases, right? Step 3 is to formalize agreements. And this one I personally learned the hard way by not having written agreements and expectation sharing and everything called out who was responsible for what early on in some of my first joint partnership things. Got to have some kind of an agreement, at least a bullet point list of things written down in terms of expectations that you both sign off on so that there aren't misunderstandings down the road. And finally, step 4 of this implementing and testing this strategy for your business is to do collaborative marketing. Have some joint marketing that you put out there that benefits both of your customers and targets both of your groups, your business's audience and their audience. Early on, again, I didn't require collaborative marketing when I did some summits, and some people did it and some people didn't. Some people did it because they saw the benefit to them and their client list and building their client list, and others didn't do it because of whatever was going on or for whatever reasons they chose not to do it. So I make that part of my agreements now when I do strategic partnerships. Hey, this is what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, this is what we agree to do, and it's different for each partnership. And it's different if it's a one-off project or if it's a book launch or if it's whatever the project happens to be that you're going to collaborate with someone to do. So that's our strategy today, strategic partnerships. Love to know your experience using strategic partnerships. I've had tremendous success using them, and I've had some strategic partnerships that actually flopped. I've even had some really, really bad partners in the past. And I guess I hate to admit that, but that's how we learn, is by not doing things right in the first place and figuring them out and figuring out what does work for us and for our business and for the people's businesses that we're collaborating with. That involves anything from being on someone else's podcast, having them on your podcast, to speaking on stages, any time we want to partner with someone else in order to combine audiences or to expand our audience or help them expand theirs or to offer products and services, etc. So share in the comments below your experience with this particular strategy. Do you use it? Have you used it? Will you use it in the future so that we can learn from one another? And I will be with you tomorrow with another top 20 business supersizing strategy. Have a great day.